What's up, party people? Holy cow, I chose the wrong cam. And be right back. There we go. I can barely see my monitors from here. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Hey, Timothy Harkness. This headset has been acting funky when I'm on calls with clients. So, hey, Ben. Starting a little early. Figured I'd come hang out for a few minutes before I get started. Hey, Greg. See who else is here. Viking, Bob Carnes, Non-Fam, Phil Kenyon. I know I said hi to y'all in chat already, but what's up, Christopher? I need to my profile. I already tweeted out I was starting in however many minutes, so that's good enough for me. So how's everybody been doing? A long time since I did a stream. You know, I was hoping these glasses would help me see my monitors from here, but they're not really. My bearded dragon's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing? I'm doing stuff, man. Hey, what's up, Mitsu Level? Building your Voron 2. I'm glad. I don't know if Adam's in here yet, but I'm glad Adam sent me a mostly built kit. Otherwise, I'd have been like here all night. Put all my tools in the bag here. I did have one issue during shipping, and apparently I'm not the only one, but Adam warned me about it beforehand and told me to check the extruder mount, and it was broke, so I had to print one out last night. But I am tester number 25. I was hoping to get 28 because it was my birthday, but that's okay. And did a cool note on the back. Hey Josh, thank you so much for supporting the beta. Happy printing. Best, Adam. And Adam's a cool dude. I actually contacted him sometime last year about his other printer, because I was trying to get one. I think it was over a year ago now. And and yeah. So it was cool to get into his beta test. Shoot, I forgot to grab the power cord. It's on that side somewhere. I'll get it later. Still got time. Hey, DC Sublime. Greg, I procrastinate all the time. Well, thankfully, what happened to the fail cord didn't exactly happen to me. So that was nice. it happened to the person I sent it to, and we got him a refund, so it wasn't too bad. Where the heck are my... I bet it's in that box I took in the living room. I'm gonna need something to hold my filament later. Anyways, I'll get that later too. What time is it? 8:01. Okay, so we are officially starting. Let me turn the sound off on my phone. Hey, what's up, Geek Tech? This is the Tinybelt belt printer from Powerbelt 3D. And this is a beta unit. His Kickstarter starts tomorrow. I believe I put the link in the description. Let me know if it's not there. But his Kickstarter starts tomorrow. It's a belt printer that's under $400. And I got to talk to Adam when he gets here, if he gets here. I thought the belt was wider. At least it looks wider in the videos. It may have been a various testing things. Guessing this is going to be up here. Uh-oh. It looks like I have a bolt that came out. There's the nut. There's whatever that is. Don't see the other bolt. It's okay. I've got plenty of M5 bolts somewhere. Bet you they're under the Tesseract. I think I have more over here. Wait, what did I do? Oh, there it is. Nope, those are M4. What's this? Are these M5s? Those are M5s, so that'll work. That shouldn't be a problem. I don't think. We'll find out. I might need to find my shorter M5s, and I think they're under the Tesseract. Cha-ching! Timothy, that's a possibility. I don't know, because estimating how many boxes I'm sending out is getting harder. Last month I sent out 314 boxes, and I was busy catching up with stuff, and when I went to look for February UFOs, I'm sending out 356. So I'm not sure. I'll try to do something special for the July box, the anniversary box. We shall see. All right, let's get started. I got to pull up instructions. Adam was kind enough to send me a YouTube video for putting together the partial kit. I'm gonna try to do it without volume. Turn. Thank you. Oh, open the box. Open the box. I think it's pretty intuitive from what I can see, but I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Because y'all know me. I break things. Let me put the printer bigger. Pull out the rest of the shipping packaging stuff. I think the LCD screen's underneath there too. I'll make sure that doesn't get jacked up. I hear things falling. There's the USB cable. Here's the LCD screen. Is that nut and bolt I just said I needed and apparently wanted to lose? Alright, where's the... Again, I'm guessing this is the cable for the LCD. Oh, my cookies. Alright, make sure there's no other connectors loose down here. And I have to make sure that I plugged the extruder motor and the Y motor in correctly. Or X motor. Is that the X? So it's like X, Z, Y now, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, Fernando's been kicking ass at the projects for real. I don't know where I'd be without him right now because y'all know I've been stressing and going crazy lately. Oh, wait, I gotta rewind the video. He went ahead of me. All right, here we go. Opening the box. All right, grab this thing. Yep, that looks operating. All right, I'm gonna have to use some volume.
Said that they really wanted heat set inserts, especially for this part. So it has a printed part here. Not totally sure if you can see it, but this assembly, the screws just thread right into the plastic. So this is a replacement part that I'm including so that if the hot mount.
Oh, okay, this is just a replacement part. Don't need that right now then.
So the most complex part of this whole assembly process is going to be our Y-axis, which is also where the hot...
I do have a question for y'all. And this is something I brought up to Adam earlier. What's up, Raziel? Long time no see. Let me see how he's putting. All right. So he's got a couple parts here that the idlers, that the belts idle on, and he's using smooth idlers, which probably isn't a problem, to be honest with you. But they're on the teeth side of the belt. Hey, what's up, Rover? Do you guys think... Oh, man, I'm an idiot. I need a shorter M5 because this is going to be a problem. Do you guys think the teeth side of a belt would cause any artifacts in the prints? Being on a smooth idler? Because I actually, when I was researching stuff for the Tesseract, I had come across an article that it could possibly put artifacts in the prints, but I don't know. All right, M5s. Well, that's good to know. Oh, the Prusa uses smooth eyelid on the teeth side? Oh, I never knew that. Shane put mine together. Let's see, what kind of M5s are these? Nope, those are nuts. That looks the right size. So 8mm. Yep, that looks right to me. All right. Hey, Fernando, is that Fernando? DS, it's got to be Fernando, right? DSK. Sup? I'm used to seeing the 01 or 001 after your name. Holy cow, sitting on a flipping table is hard on the back. All right, where does... All right. Come on, slip in there. There we go. Where's... Oh, there it is. Why am I sitting on a table? Because I didn't have room to move my chair over here, and this is my work table, and usually I sit on that side and just pull my chair up to the table this way, but I can't do that and see my monitors at the same time, so I'm sitting on a table. Hey, Rosa. But my chair's right there. This is on the other side of the table. All right, what's next, sir? That was easy. Wait, there's supposed to be a belt up this thing. Oh, shoot. I don't think it'll matter, right? Does it go up, over, or under? It goes over. Yeah. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, that was dumb, Josh. Don't put the belt under the wheel. It's got to go on this thing. I don't. Oh, well, that should be fine. And I think this goes over here. I don't have enough belt. I'm gonna have to loosen that up to make it. Do. Adam, I promise I'm watching your instructions. Partially. Alright. I'm sure he said in his video how far this is supposed to go down, but I'm a doofus and can't hear. Oh shoot, I dropped my Allen key. That thing's lost forever now. Is Adam in here? I saw somebody tagged power belt. I found it. Make sure I put this on the right end. Yeah, the extruder assembly looks pretty nice. I'm gonna have to look up, see what extruder he's using. Does the wheel go in or out? Out. Ah, there he is. What's up, Adam? So Adam, I'm not sure if you were here earlier, probably not. But possibly. I mean, you don't have to. I know costs and all. But possibly include some extra bolts and nuts with the Kickstarter ones, because apparently one of my bolts fell out and I have no idea where it's at. Come on, get in there, sir. There we go. Oh shoot, pushed it back out. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've been so busy I haven't been paying attention to the Discord channel much. So you probably heard all this feedback before already. All right, back down. Back up. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think when I took it out to replace the extruder mount, that it was probably loose because I found the nut in the box. But I probably dropped the bolt when I took it out of the box earlier. Probably my fault, to be honest. All right, what's next?
So, take the other side of the Tinybelt and wrap it on the position slide. That will help the belt make it all the way up to the bolts on the bottom simply by pushing on this.
Hey, you did the same thing I did.
While you're focused here, take both tools.
All right, so I'm guessing one of these is an eccentric nut that I can adjust, I hope, because that's quite loose. Maybe it'll tighten up when I put the... No, I'm sure there's an eccentric nut on there. Brian Fines! What's up, Brian? I am an eccentric nut. Adam, if I'm doing any of this out of order, please feel free to yell at me. Just make sure the fit. Alrighty. Cooking with Crisco. I gotta figure out which one's the eccentric nut. I'm guessing it's the outside ones. Now where do I have a wrench? Is there a wrench in the Ender 3 kit? Because I have an Ender 3 kit down here that I never put together. Ugh. Oh wait, what's in here? Of course, I probably took the wrench out of that already. Son of a biscuit. Oh, but there's more Allen keys if I need them. This Ender 3 kit has fallen all over the floor. Oops. That's what happens when you don't care about Enders. Actually, so this Ender 3 kit, what the heck is this? Oh, that's the LCD screen. So Brian, remember when I bought those two Enders? The one that's under here is one of those two Enders. But I found some needle nose pliers. That should work right. My phone's vibrating. I bet you that's Rosa yelling at me. Oh, went all the way around and loosened it again. That should be good, maybe. Why is it still wiggly? Do the inside ones have eccentric nuts too? I bet they do. Ow! Nope, they don't. I think that's good, we shall say. Alrighty. Oh no, it was Destiny. Bow, 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 bow. And Viking retweeted me. Thank you, Viking. Impulse 3D is now following me. If you are here, thank you. What's next? Oh yeah, play.
Next, we will attach the folding axis top right of
Oh, I already did that part.
axis motor to the frame, so you can loosen those into the slot a bit, and pull further to the y-axis to tension is attached to the z-axis conveyor belt axis motor to the frame. Again, it has M5 bolts.
Okay, front motor. Where's that going?
Going to slide it in place and pull the motor in this direction towards the front of the printer frame. While we're doing that, we need to tighten the M5 bolts, and I'd like to start with the one closest to the drive.
Okay, hang on, I'm confused with this motor.
While we're doing that,
Gotcha. I figured you were yelling at me about the discarded Ender 3 under my table. That's new. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that you etched the front of this with my beta number on it. That's cool. I have to show that off later. I'm jealous of whoever got number 28, though. Just saying. And I think number 28 is the one that you hand delivered, if I remember from your tweet correctly. So I'm jealous of that too. All right. I think we're almost done. We got to hook up the LCD screen. Okay, I'm assuming this is for the LCD screen. And I'm assuming it goes either there or there. Let me watch the video. There's two places it could go into, it looks like.
Shipping purposes, and without having to disassemble anything, just set these.
All right, it goes into this one. As I'm building this, I keep looking at wires and I'm like, damn it, it's going to hit the bed when the bed moves, but the bed doesn't move. Booyah. I think I'm done. Let me double check. The video is almost over.
When I'm tightening this type of T-slot nut, one thing I like to do is loosen it a little bit, tighten it onto the pipe. The first extrusion, depending on whether your nozzle is too close or too far away from it.
Okay, so we got to move that thing. Oh, yeah. What size do we need for that one? Probably M5 as well. Boop. Should probably pay attention to this spot.
We can move the hot end assembly down to the end stop, and it looks like we're still probably 10 or so millimeters away from touching the conveyor belt, so we'll just repeat this process.
How close am I supposed to be to the
It's
belt?
looking pretty good. It looks like it's just barely touching, so we will start there to test prints and probably fine tune it.
I can tighten the belt up, right, if it's too.
The printer just needs to be plugged in. I will make sure to.
Oh, shoot. I just moved the end stop.
Just load them to the printer and verify that it's
Booyah. I need power.
So much for watching.
Thank you so much for making the video, Adam. I had to watch it, otherwise I wouldn't know what the heck I was doing. Ugh. Alright, I have a power cord here somewhere. Something's plugged into it, though. I can't remember what. Oh, yeah, my silhouette. So I tried making stickers for the February UFO myself using the silhouette and my laser printer, and I didn't like how it came out. All right, moment of truth. Don't catch fire. Don't blow up. No smoke. Knock on wood. Where's the power switch? Boom. Pretty quiet. Good night and sweet dreams, Princess Emmykins. I don't know if she's listening. So. Boom. Big Tree Tech followed me back. I thought they were following me already. Anyways, so we're good so far. Let's see what the screen does. Movement. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Biscottio. Well, it hit the end stop. But it didn't stop. Did it? That time it did. I think the metal piece was just bent from when I was messing with it earlier. Set the nozzle just touching the belt. Not quite a paper level test, but you can. Ah, okay. I think I have it just barely touching the belt. Back, move. Yay, my belt moves. Oh, Adam, something I remembered I was going to ask you earlier. In your video, the belt is wider. Will it support a wider belt? Back, move. Y. Yay. X. Just gonna home it again. Awesome sauce. Move. All right, I'm gonna have to move that a little more. Yeah, I'm sure. I know other people that are working on belt printers as well, and they said it's a pain in the ass. No, I just had it touching the belt, and now it's not touching the belt again. All right. Now the are there? Oh, there's no adjuster knobs? Yeah, there are. Just gotta get to it, maybe. I don't know. I see it. Wrong size. Wrong size. Boom, shakalaka. No, that's. Well, luckily it works great with PETG because that's my favorite material to work with. What's up, Geek Toy Box? So, question for you, Adam. Is there any need or possibility? Why are you not moving? Notifications clear. Back. For a probe. Like if you put a BL Touch on here, would it serve any purpose? Move that back. Oops. Oh, I got number 25. All right, by my eyeball, we're good. Not that my eyeball is very accurate. If I can tilt this up a little bit, you guys can see the etching. Power Belt 3D, Tinybelt 025. All right, let's. I just realized something. Is the USB cable that's sticking out over here for any real purpose? Ow. So I think we're good. Spare parts. All right, time to find. an SD card. Does it use a micro? Where's it go into? Nope, it's a full size. Good thing I have adapters. Where are my extra SD cards? There's one. Haha, y'all can't see me. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hook up Octoprint to this one day. SD card. No, I got grinding because the X one, I think I got to bend the metal piece out a little bit. Because earlier it failed to home. Where's my oh yeah, my mouse is over here. Duh. All right, Adam sent me oh, I gotta download Idea Maker. Where's my keyboard? Oh, it's over here too. All right. Idea Maker. Does StreamYard let me share screens yet on Firefox? Let's find out. Share screen. Screen one. Boom. We can share screen. What up, Mad Monkey? Hey, David Barrett. Sorry if I miss people coming in. All right, let's see. Yeah, I agree. Free download. Windows. No, I don't want file association. Can I undo that? Whatever. Idea Maker profiles. G Tinybelt Jan 2022. Download. Save file. Cut. Paste. Next. Finish. Dark, of course. Yeah. Printer type. We're gonna go with third party, I reckon. They don't have you in here yet, sir. We need to change that. All right, file. All right, somebody who knows Idea Maker. How do you import the printer? Hey, Michael Molinari. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, I have a printer profile. A bin file that PowerBelt has provided, but I don't know how to add it to Idea Maker. I've never used Idea Maker before. Yeah, I have it downloaded. Right, yeah. I just don't know how to import it into Idea Maker. Import button might work, huh? Oh wait, no, it's looking for a .printer file. Not a .bin file. Where is chat? There it is. Templates, then import. Manage templates. Import. Import from local disk. There we go. Thank you very much, David. Barrett. All right, import model. Oh, duh. That's already a G code. All right, well, I'm just going to copy this G code. Copy onto the here and eject it. All right, I'm going to print this cube first. It's already pre-sliced, and then I'm going to figure out the slicer. Sound good? Sounds good. You want to make the thing go burr? Working on it now. Hey, I'm impressed with myself. I got this thing together and about to print in just over an hour. And a lot of that was just me BSing with y'all, so. Oh, I need filament. We're gonna do what I do. The only use for my Sidewinder nowadays, I use it as a filament spool holder for my Prusa. Yep. Get in the hole, man. Oh shit, I can't see chat now. Hang on, boys and girls. Cap tubes. Oh, let me go fix chat. What's up, Canadian Maker Project? Yes, I got a power belt. I shouldn't need my keyboard, but I might need my mouse. We'll see. Adam's probably like, what the hell did I get myself into with this alien guy? Obviously, you have never seen an alien stream. It's always crazy. All right, let's see. We're gonna move Y. Heat. Preheat. Veggie. And we're heating. Making progress here. This is how I judge printers, how fast their beds heat up. What kind of bed are you using in this? I should have looked. Is it a PCB bed? I bet it could make pancakes. Yeah, I want pancakes. I think I have some pancake batter actually. Hey Bob, thank you for sharing that in Discord. I always forget Discord. Menu. Screwed. Load. Is it loading? I can't tell. Oh, it's only doing it by 5. There we go. Yes! I probably did it too fast. Getting some skippage. We have our first extrusion. Back. Wait, what just happened? Warning, some heaters are still on. Do you want to stop them? No. Alright. Back. Back. Print. SD. SD. Alright, waiting on the bed to heat. Hopefully this this G code has home in it. I actually did a test print one time with pre-loaded G code, and it did not home. It started printing in the middle of the air. Oh, I got pet G spider webs on me. Do 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 do. Y'all excited? We're about to have our first print. And try to get the whole printer in the camera. Doom, doom, doo, 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 doom, doom. Hey, Vishal. Is that the Vishal from the new filament company, Spark 30, if I remember correctly? Forgive me if I did not remember that correctly. Sliceworks. Why did I say Spark? Sliceworks. Sheesh. My brain is so fried. I was way off. I had the S right. That's about it. Where are we at? The bed is at 54. And it's going to 65. Doom, doom, doo, 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 doom, doom. I guess technically I could turn the printer sideways, huh? I don't know if the filament will properly feed from this side. I'll move it back after this thing starts. This thing's so tiny compared to the Tesseract sitting next to it. I really need to get the Tesseract done. The guy that was supposed to be making my mounts that I've been waiting on for 6 months, actually probably longer than 6 months now, his girlfriend was a waitress at a restaurant I used to go to. Well, I still go to, but she doesn't work there anymore. She works at a different restaurant. Anyways, so he worked at a metal shop. He was supposed to make my brackets, and they split up, and I have no idea where my brackets or my rail are. I am at 56 degrees on the bed, and it's set to 65. So the bed takes a little while to heat up. And then hopefully we'll have a good print. Wait, what just happened? Printer halted. Kill 0 called. What the flip? That's not good. That's funny, Chris. Do I need to restart the printer? I'll bet you it's erroring out because the bed's taking too long to heat up. Do I need the brackets to be milled? Well, he was supposed to design the brackets for me. I gave him one of my rails, and I don't even know where my rail is now, so I'm gonna have to probably replace that. I think I gotta restart the printer. Print card. Cancel. Okay. More heat. Bed. I'm going to drop the temp of the bed down to 50. Adam, are you still here by any chance? All right, so the bed's at 50 since it was already hot. The hot end is at 212, 213. It shouldn't take long. All right, Ron, I'll get with you and show you what I need. I have a new idea that might work. $237. Bed heating. Bed went back to 265. Gosh darn it. More heat. Hot bed. Back. Back. Yay! 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 Now what's it doing? Oh no! That's not gonna work. Stop. That's definitely not gonna work. We're gonna have to slice. Let's home, back, home, X. What the? 10, 20, 30, 40. We'll go with 40. I'm gonna have to put an offset on this and slice it. Ugh. Back to the PC. I need my mouse again. Nope. Not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. No, I'm sorry. The bed wasn't going to 265. The bed was going to 65. But it errored out at 57. And then the pre-sliced G-code for this cube didn't have the start offset correct. So we're going to have to redo this one. Let's find, anybody know a quick STL that can print fairly quickly? Let's do quick test cube. That's kind of cool. How long does a Cali Cat take to print? Oh, those are cute. We'll just do the regular classic calibration cube. How about that? What? It's forever. Alright, printer settings. Hmm. Would that be the distance from the border of the build plate? And if so, would I need to increase this from 230 to 270? It might help if I could see chat. There we go. We're going to do that. But does that do it from all sides? I don't know. That's what we're going to do though. We'll do this back to 230 for now. All right. Extruder, advanced, save. Where is... I just want to put, wait, why can't I move? Does that even matter where that is? Probably not. Where are the filament settings? When you've been working in Prusa Slicer forever, it's that's nice. That's nice. Temps. Hopefully PetG will print and stick at 50. Eject. All right, let's try this again. Hmm? Alrighty. I'm gonna message Adam. What did I do, chat? What did I do with? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna message him though. I guess theoretically I could move the belt, but that was off kind of far. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Like, does Big Tree Tech have a new account or something? Because I know we were following each other before, because I have a bunch of their products sitting under my table. Anywho, I had to lower it to 50 because it wouldn't heat up past 57, and I had to re-slice it because the cube that was pre-sliced was printing off the bed, well, off the belt anyways. So I added a offset to that. Hopefully I did that correctly. So now we're just waiting for the bed to heat up again. It's at 47 degrees with a target of 50, so it should start printing soon. Soon-ish. And there we go. We have homed. Why is it still printing off the bed? I offset it 40. Ah! Pause. Pause. Children, don't ever do this at home. If I can get a grip. What is it doing? I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be doing that, though. Yeah, I have no idea what it just did. It was spewing out a bunch of funky stuff. Let me. I mean, it's possible that it was a nozzle clean. So that's a good possibility. But I like my nozzle cleans being on the bed as well. Because otherwise it'll just stick to the nozzle because it's not going to stick to the aluminum. And then it'll cause a booger on the print. I like that I can. Oh, I need to turn off that autofocus on. Oh, I don't think I can because I redid my hard drive and I don't think I installed the software. Sorry for the blur, guys and girls and aliens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the starting G code and see if that's a nozzle clean. And adjust its location. So he did say, well, one of my plans for getting this belt printer was so I could start doing, hang on, I might lose signal on my headphones for a second. So anyways, one of my ideas for using this belt printer was to start doing color swatches with the filament samples in the UFOs. But he said PLA doesn't stick very good on it. And most of my samples are PLA. I like being able to stick my camera on the bed though and it not getting flung off. That is it my alien ooze or is it my probed green? That is my probed green Pet G from IC3D. I have a few rolls left on the website. I didn't set it up to continue to print yet. I'm still figuring things out. This is my very, 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 very first print. I don't know if it's pillowing. It might be pillowing a little bit. But I think it's okay for now. We'll see. Oh no, we lost the print. Son of a biscuit eater. Stop. 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 Back. Back. Menu. Move. Move. Oops, not Z. Y. First casualty. Do you see that? Zach came in and mentioned it pillowing, and then we died. I tell you what, though, the print quality from that little bit, though, was really nice. I know it's probably not going to focus well, but I can get this shine in there. I mean, it was printing really smooth. We just lost her. Oh, I bet that was the bedside. What is the... Oh, that was the Y. Son of a biscuit. All right. You're number 2. I don't know who number 1 is. So I need to either... No, I bet it was the bed temp. Because I was printing at 50. Zach, do you have any problems with your bed going over 50? Yeah, I'll have to get a temp gauge. I mean, the bed feels evenly hot just from touch because it's all the way to the edge. It's not just under the belt. But I think it's because I was printing at 50. Do I want to get into that on stream? Yeah, why not? Wait. It's a 24 volt bed on a 12 volt printer. Is it only a 12 volt power supply and a 12 volt control board? If that's the case, I'll swap out the control board and the power supply. Okay, the board will take 24, but the power supply is a 12 volt. Because I have extra power supplies, I don't mind swapping that out. My bearded dragon's looking at me like, damn it, my lights are out. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. Why are you up? Yeah, if the hot end's a 12 volt, I'll have to swap out that the heater too. I have extra heaters, so it's not a problem. Son of a biscuit. Let's see. Power supply. Yep, power supply is a 12 volt, 30 amp. Huh. All right. Well, maybe I'll do another stream. Shit, I gotta get UFOs out next week. Oh, I dropped my camera. You know what? Oh, come on. Yeah, we'll do some group chat now. Why not? Spoiler alert for the UFOs. This is going to be the sticker. This is the one I tried making myself, but I didn't like the quality of it coming out. So I went ahead and ordered them off of Sticker Mule. And I tweaked them a little bit to make the end feel a little darker. Hey, no problem, Chris. Now, is there a way in Idea Maker to do the continuous printing, or do you have to copy paste the G code 500,000 times? What up, Zach?
What's up? So,
I can't hear you. Is that me?
seriously? Hello? Hello?
What up?
Monkey, are you saying, why do I not hear anybody?
Oh, it's on you. It's not on me. It's usually on me.
Uh-oh, I'm hearing YouTube catching up.
What the fuck?
Can you hear me, Monkey?
I hear you, Zach, yeah.
Audio.
And you hear me, so that's good. But no one wants to hear Josh anyways. I'm gonna find that YouTube. Where's that YouTube?
It's probably my stupid sound settings.
Old School's Hangout stream. It's been a while, eh?
9:35 streaming it? What the I'm telling you, the headset is jacked. I don't know what the hell happened.
That G-Hub software probably.
Still nothing.
Not that you can hear me anyways.
Let me know if that echoes. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
Very badly echoes.
Yeah, I hear that now.
Wait, can you hear me now?
All right, let me grab my other headphones. Hang on. What do I do with them?
Hey, I'm Monkey. Tell him if he gets on in the next 5 minutes that I'm taking the dogs out to pee real quick, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Glasses down.
Josh, what are you doing? Pretty sure the paying audiences do not want to sit here and listen to me. Of course, it might help if I had the chat open. Bob Carnes says monkeys on YouTube, that's shenanigans. You're right. It is shenanigans, especially because I'm in charge now, and this is just a problem. I should never be left in charge, ask my wife. All right.
Camera.
Is he back? Oh, it's Ron. Hey, Ron.
Yeah. Can you guys hear?
Is that Josh now? Finally?
Finally. I don't know what's up with this headset. Sometimes the audio doesn't work. Sometimes the flipping mic doesn't
Well,
work.
you really shouldn't have left me in charge of the internet because I wrecked it.
Oh, well.
Zach said he'll be back in a minute or two. He had to go take the dogs out.
All right.
Yeah, when you leave Matt Monkey in charge of everything breaks.
Things happen, Ron. You know how it goes. Just things happen.
Yeah.
But we were watching the stream,
Uh-huh.
hanging out in a Discord chat, and somebody says, "Oh, it's turned into a party stream," and I said, "What? An old school party stream?"
Yeah. There's issues with like if it's got a 24 volt control board, 24 volt bed, I don't know why there's a 12 volt PSU on it.
Well, because power control boards will do 12 or 24. They don't care most of the time, right? Input voltage to the board is both.
But to the bed though, the bed needs it.
From my understanding, and this is what little to nothing I know about this whole thing, but I know a bit about it, I guess. He had a problem with a distributor, like a product supplier, supplied him the wrong beds, and in order to meet requirements because of shipping times, he had to proceed as is.
Gotcha.
So that's why there's only 24. That's why the
and
24 beds.
I mean, he has defended this position, stating it does heat up. It takes a little while, but it does do the job.
Well, it got up to 57 and then wouldn't go over 57, and it was set to 65. So after a failed increased temp check, it killed the print.
Right. It probably, if the firmware was changed to eliminate the timeout hysteresis for the heat up, it'd be fine.
That's okay. I'll put a 24 volt power supply on it next week.
Okay. Audio's fixed.
Well, I don't know what's better. Is it better just to put a 12 volt bed on it though? The 12 volt works fine.
Yeah, but I can't find a 12 volt bed as easily as I can find a 24 volt power supply because I have
some of these 24 volt beds though have two legs that you can move them, and now you get 12.
These don't.
Those don't. Oh.
No. So what it was when he placed the order for parts.
Yeah, I let him know that the guy couldn't come through on the order, I guess, so he had to go as is.
Yeah.
So
basically, he ordered everything all at once for all the beta units, and he didn't realize that he was ordering a 24 volt bed.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's the belt pillowing issue. Are you in the Discord at all, Alien?
Yeah, I am. I just haven't paid attention much to it because I've been too busy.
There's a lot in there about this issue. This is really like the only issue with the printer right now, honestly, is that the belt.
Well, for me, the belt and the power supply.
It'll print.
Of the problems, the power supply, I think, is the smaller.
You really have to baby it to get it up to bed temp to print. I was able to get mine to 60, and
Yeah.
it would take restarting the printer in the middle of the heat because it would time out. But I could get it to 60. I could never get anything to stick. But I had beta unit number 2.
Is it running Marlin?
Yes.
I mean, if we got a hold of the configuration again, you just change the timeout. Warning,
Yeah.
right in Marlin as to how long it takes before it freaks out.
Right.
You never really want to touch any of the other safety part of things as far as
Right.
Stop it at a certain temperature stuff. But the timing for that is fine.
Right.
There might
honestly
even be a G code you can send to override that temporarily.
It'll be a much better experience to have a 24-volt bed. Much better. Some of the guys in the Discord that have changed. I'm sorry.
If you're running the 24-volt bed on a 12-volt printer, wouldn't that be overpowering the actual power supply, causing even more problems, or no?
No. So the higher voltage bed, any higher voltage heater has a higher resistance. So when you put a lower voltage to that higher resistance, it's like what normally would be a 300 watt 24 volt bed on 12 volts is like 120 watts. It's less than half for half the voltage.
No, so you're actually putting, like with giving less power, sometimes some components will react differently and just
the only thing you have to watch out for in that case is that if the power supply is powered to the threshold of the 24 volt amperage, going down to the 12, you're going to change that, and then you could have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, so
because you're going to draw more amps on a 12 volt, right?
Not necessarily. With the same resistance, the lower voltage still pulls the same amps. It's just fewer watts. Yeah. So that's why running something undervolted is completely safe in the sense of just a dumb heater like a bed or a hot end cartridge. You can run those at 12 volts all day long. That's not a problem. And that's essentially what happens when PWM kicks in, is you're essentially undervolting the heater. So the issue is you're basically limiting yourself to around 40% of the maximum power of the bed, and that's why it takes so long to heat up. So you don't have to have any concerns about amperage. Now going the other way around, like if you run your max PWM at 50% for a 24 volt printer on a 12 volt bed, that's where you run into amperage problems. But running the higher voltage heater on a lower voltage power supply is safe. It's just you're not going to get the performance you need.
Geek Toy Box. Pillowing is the belt is not staying flat. It's like
puffing up in the middle, isn't it?
Puffing up.
As it comes over the roller and up onto the flat, you get like a wrinkle.
Yeah.
Like a bed sheet that's not pulled.
I mean, none of them can do anything in the first inch of the bed anyways. Any of them, they always curl on the edges, but this is an actual, you're saying it's humped up in the middle because of it,
right? And the way the geometry of this printer works is, so here's the edge of the bed, your nozzle contacts just millimeters from the edge of it.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of the belt printers, you get a little bit of bed space in between.
Well, and I know some of the other belt printers, the way they get around some of that is with the larger roller so that it's coming up at a more parallel.
Yes.
That, in my opinion, that is the root of the problem.
You either have to change your pinion, like your angle on the back, so that it's coming off parallel and maybe going up negative.
I've tried everything on mine. I spent a ton of time on mine. Your angle, the roller angle relative to the bed, and the distance.
You'd want it coming off parallel to that onto the bed.
It doesn't matter in this use case.
It just doesn't have the space for it.
It's just going to pillow. And the problem is the belt. The way the belt is manufactured is essentially very, very wide PET tape with some sort of. I think it's like a nylon cloth or like a nylon mesh on the back of the PET tape, and then like some kind of rubber like Flex Seal or something painted on the back of that. And that's essentially how the bed is made. And the issue is that 8mm rod, it's an 8mm smooth rod that is your rear roller, is the radius is too small.
Oh, that's a tight radius for the belt. Like it makes some sense on the leading edge because it's a sharp drop off.
Right, but that tight I think it's a combination of two things. It's the tight radius that the belt has to come over, it just can't lay flat again. It's not flexible enough to lay flat as it comes off of the roller. And I think the 8mm smooth rod is deflecting in the middle under tension.
That could be true. That could happen as well. Those aren't super strong.
Yeah, so I think I can't prove it. I haven't tried it on mine, but you may want to run less tension than you think you would need to get around some of the pillowing issues. Because some of the guys have gotten excellent prints off of it. But
do you have room on that thing to add almost like an idler? So it'd be pushing down onto the bed. So it'd come off the roller, under a roller, and then onto the bed.
There's not enough room there.
Not enough room. It's pretty tight.
No, because the way the cantilever arm is, there's no room there.
Sure, and it's not like you can just make it wider.
One of the things that this design kind of keeps you from doing that the CR30 and the other belt printers do is the movement axis. You know, the plane, your plane is here and your bed comes past it, to where your nozzle.
Well, your nozzle's not hitting the edge of the bed.
Yeah. Right. Your whole gantry could contact the bed. Whereas the cantilever system, you can't do that because your whole arm has to move right at the edge of the bed.
Oh,
so it necessitates printing right at the edge of the bed. This
one's cantilevered like that. You can't have the bed roll past the gantry at that point.
So what needs to happen, what really needs to happen in my mind for this to work better, would be a larger diameter roller. And honestly, I think an off-the-shelf bed like what we have here, you're going to have issues with that edge where you have to print on that edge is not going to get hot. I think what would be better would be a narrower bed, piece of aluminum with a silicone heater on the bottom, only towards the print start side where it prints on, to focus the heat on that end, so that edge heats up better. And then a larger diameter roller,
the CR30 only has a heater on one section. There's a hot part and a cold part.
Yeah. The bed on this thing is just an off-the-shelf 300mm heat bed. Like,
I mean, I've been following along with it. It's an interesting product, and I think it's a good idea for him to push that stuff out there.
It's got potential. There's still just kinks that's got to be worked out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not messing with mine because mine came with a belt that was too short and not cut square. So no matter what I tried, I could never get the belt to line up right. And he's working on the formula, and I don't want to go. I don't want to get another belt because I don't want it until he's finalized his formula.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Then the Kickstarter goes live tomorrow, next week.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
I don't know that it sounds ready for it. Sounds like there's definitely a great idea here and a product for sure.
There's been a ton of work in this Discord about it.
Yeah.
He's taken to heart a lot of the things people have said about modifications. Print this thing this way. Let's change this design here. Like, he's been listening to feedback. But
I've heard both sides of the coin from some of you guys and from some others.
The crux of the issue is that right now he does not have a functional bed formula that will not pillow. And that is a non-starter. If you cannot get that belt to lay flat, you cannot print.
So would it be advised to, like, because I was looking at it myself and I've been following it myself too. Would you have, like, if that problem can't be fixed, anybody that buys into the Kickstarter, aren't they going to have the same issue? Or
I mean, I think the problem can be fixed. I don't want to speculate on.
Could you change out the 8mm rod for a 12mm rod, maybe?
That's a possibility.
And that's going to give you if
there are some people trying that.
Well, if the flexing is the issue,
right?
That 12's really, especially because it's not a long span.
Right.
That 12mm is really going to make a difference, and it shouldn't take up too much of the overall. Because with a belt, you're limited, right? You only have that space. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to make it longer now.
Right. I mean, changing just the nozzle side to a 12mm rod, I think would help. I really do think that would help.
Because if it pillows at the far end, who cares? Because it's coming off the
Right.
bed anyways. It's
And the
only
other
at
thing
the
too
printing
is
surface.
part of the reason he's able to keep this price so low is because he's using just off the shelf parts.
Sure.
And
Well, you got to do
Going
what he's doing
to-
here of put something together before you can push the next viability out of it. You can't go custom.
Gene, I believe this printer. I mean, this is the whole bed is a part of the PCB, right?
yeah,
It's not a PCB board up against the aluminum.
no, it's laminated on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's where, as an off-the-shelf component to get the ball rolling, to get the operation underway, that's why it's heated all the way through.
Yeah, commercial,
Which doesn't
off-the-shelf
hurt
product.
it in the long run. It's just not necessary.
The thing I was trying to get to is the front roller has to remain an 8 because he's using an 8mm inner diameter,
okay, Gene.
like 80 tooth pulley for the belt roller.
Because that's
So
the
you can't-
that's the powered side is the
The
lever
powered
head.
side uses that.
Yeah.
You'd have
That's
to go
fine,
to a
and
3D printed
And
part.
that you'd leave 8. It's fine.
Yeah.
And if it is pulling under tension, like you said, then perhaps just
Is there
12.
any negative to me putting a 24-volt PSU on this and changing the heater cartridge?
No, there's absolutely none.
fans.
I before I got fed up with dealing with the belt, I ordered one and I have it sitting here.
Because you would have to deal with
12-volt fan.
possibly 3 fans.
I have all that though, so it's
I
fine.
know.
Yeah,
you do,
you
but
got
I'm
to
just
change the
saying in
fans. That was
general.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Changing the fans, changing the heater, and making sure that the power like I said, the control board will probably be one of those 12 or 24, don't matter.
It's an
inputs.
SKR, I believe, right?
Well, 12 or 24, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah, it's a SKR.
You don't even
A3,
have to jump
it's,
it differently.
It's 24 all day long.
Yeah.
But yeah, change out the fans, or you could recompile the firmware and PWM limit the fans to 40%. It's not ideal, but it would work if you didn't want to change the fans out.
No, I've got fans all day, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Change the fans, change the heater cartridge in the hot end, and change the power supply.
Yeah, because if you're
got all
getting
that.
into Marlin changing the PWM value, you might as well just change the bed hysteresis and not change the power supply. It's one of those.
Yeah, I mean,
Once you're down the rabbit hole, just go.
There's nothing below it, and there's nothing really above it. So you're running that big, huge, what should be a 350 watt bed at like 150 watts, and it's just not able to heat quick.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I don't think you would be able to get it much over 60 because it took me forever to get it to 60. Like if you wanted to do PET-G and you wanted to run it at like 75, there's no way you're going to get to 75.
Yeah, mine stuck at 57 for like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah. Yeah, throwing a 24-volt power supply on it, that problem is fixed. And who knows?
And you could run a 12-volt heater on a 24-volt power supply, just not very long.
You can PWM limit it, but it's risky. We get back into that current issue I was talking about, where your PWM pulses, your on pulses are going to be high current, averaged over time. It's not a deal, but you can stress your MOSFET on the board out. You can stress any kind of wiring because you are pulsing at high current.
So Gene Gamble says that he built an ender loop, or partially built, and didn't have issues with their rollers. Gene, what diameter rollers did they have? Do you know?
They're probably like 18 to 20 millimeters.
Yeah, Phil, I didn't even I literally turned off my air conditioner before stream so that it wouldn't have the noise in my headset.
So you're saying it's preheated Florida style?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, some of the things we've tried as well is cutting down the width of the roller of the belt, and that seems to slightly help a little bit the pilling problem, but it still happens. So it could be that the roller's deflecting. Like I said, I think it's a combination of the roller deflecting because it's too skinny and the belt not going around the tight radius of the roller because the roller's too skinny.
Chris, you want to hear something funny about that? Since you brought up the hairdryer, I went to start up my Prusa, and as soon as it started, it kept min temping on the hot end, and I guess it was too cold in my room, and so I went and got my hairdryer and blew my hairdryer on the hot end, so it would stop min temping.
You see, Gene, what Gene's talking about, a 3D printed roller that you put the rods through. We played with that. I don't know that it worked well or not. I tried printing one out of TPU, but it was just too floppy. And I tried printing one out of PLA, and it didn't seem to work.
I think if you're just dealing with a rod through a couple bearings, 12 mil rod is probably gonna
right.
be
And the bearings he uses are big. They're like 15 or 20 millimeter OD bearings. So it would be easy to get a larger ID bearing. I think I've got some around here that are 12.
Yeah. Just
off of an ancient, like back in 2016, I was messing with like a geared Wade's extruder or something. I've got the big 12 millimeter bearings from that still.
So you
if
really
I had a 12 millimeter rod on hand, I would cut it up and put it in there now and see if it worked. If I had a long enough belt to make it, but yeah, 30 millimeters. That sounds perfect.
Wait, what?
But you get back on the problem of you can't take up too much room between the edge of the bed and the nozzle.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for adjustment on this.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit, Josh, while you were streaming here about your monkey cage there, and you're missing some parts.
My monkey cage?
The Tesseract.
The Tesseract.
Oh, yeah. So let me see if I can explain a little bit. Where the flip is my...
But yeah, you were talking about like the viability of the project and all. I don't want to comment on if I think it's going to fail or not. He's got kinks to work out.
Yeah, I think you got to. I think people should go into any Kickstarter, quite frankly, with a fair bit of skepticism, and I think he should be fair to his backers as to what they're getting, and know that they're not necessarily providing the backing for this project, but they're providing the backing for his business to maintain the next one and the one after. And it's going to obviously cover this project, but it's really to get more money in the door and more people with the product to then kind of work to the next evolution of it.
Yeah.
And I think he said as much in some cases, but I mean, one of the things that I don't know him very well, but we've talked back and forth quite a bit, but it's taking the time to portray that and share that information. He's not as forthcoming in public just because he's like, not because he doesn't want to, it's just not really his thing.
And I mean, I understand that, these are beta units and he's constrained to the hardware that he ordered at the beginning of the beta.
Yeah.
I understand all that, but he's got to get. I feel like he needs a second beta round with updated hardware.
Maybe.
I concur. So, Ron.
Yeah.
Pretend this is the y-axis, right? This
okay.
X-axis. I need to mount this rail to this. Add a little bit of support underneath. And on top of this, there's got to be bolt holes, which I can give you the measurements to, for the idlers for the Core XY that go to the carriage. And I can pull up Fusion 360 and show you.
Yeah, like we got, like what I was saying is because we just recently went through a hiring spree. We have 2 core mechanic guys who are just like engineering's their thing, and we've hired them for other projects that we have in our warehouse. But since we have all the equipment here, we're actually starting to outsource a lot of our options that we can do.
Right.
So if you need like something or something like that, I can talk to my boss and see if he wants to outsource a little bit, and we can probably get those parts processed and set up for you and get you at least a prototype part.
So my idea, which I was going to use send cut send to order stuff, is I'm going to do like a 1/4 inch plate underneath it that is kind of like it has the square for here, but then it also goes down this part like maybe 3 or 4 bolts just to give it some stability. And then a 1/4 inch C that goes around that and kind of sandwiches it in place. And then another 1/4 inch plate on top of that, and it'll all bolt down and hold it in place. And then have the 2 holes for the whatchamacallits, the idlers.
Chris makes a good point. Oshcut is potentially cheaper and faster than send cut send.
Maybe now, about 8 months ago when I ordered a bunch of stuff from Send Cut Send was miles cheaper than Oshcut.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper. Like
Back
we're talking the couple of parts I needed was going to be like $80 from Oshcut, and it was like 35 from Send Cut Send.
Dang.
Yeah, I've never heard of Oshcut, but I'll compare pricing when I come up with my
Do know you're still live, right, Josh?
idea.
Just
Yeah, I know.
okay. Just you didn't. I don't know. Last time we had hangouts, you weren't smoking, so I don't know.
Dude, the last few months have been so freaking madness. I just don't even care anymore. If anybody watching the stream, there's 13 people here, have a problem with me smoking on stream, let me know, and I will turn off my camera.
All I have to say, if you got them, smoke them.
Otherwise, I just don't care anymore. I've been so stressed the last 6 months.
See, when you get your big printer, though, Josh, you can make big silly helmets.
I know. I mean, you see it right here. It's here. I just need those flipping brackets and some other things. But I mean,
that should be a fairly easy.
I've
laser
got
cut
my
part.
printed parts for my thingies to go up and down. I got my feet printed. I just need that. And the guy told me, he was like, "Oh yeah, I can do that, knock that out over lunchtime." That was like 6 months ago.
So that part you're talking about needing, are you just basically going to be a flat sheet metal part with clearance holes and tapped holes?
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's easy to do. Just look up
maybe a few bent tabs. It's pretty.
Look up the pilot hole size for the tap for whatever bolt you're going to fasten it with, and just get Send Cut Send to put that size hole in it with the laser. That laser will go down to like a 1/4 inch hole or something.
Phil, I have a Fusion 360 stuff.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off. I gotta go take care of my dog, take him out, and get some other stuff done. So I'm going to jump off.
It's good to see you, Ron.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
Monkey.
see you, Ron.
Down in Waterloo, let me know, and then I can show you the shop where I'm working at now.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully, after March UFO boxes go out, I'll be caught up and be able to be sociable again. But man, this.
Josh, I feel your pain. Trust me. We've been going ape crazy at my work because we're launching a new machine, and yeah, I know your pain.
Document limit has been reached. Yes, I know.
Later, everybody.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Ron.
Yeah.
Later, Ron.
Yeah, man, my work's been crazy lately. We, we make aircraft carrier and submarine parts, and just here lately, it's just been everybody's been anything that walks through the door is just panic. I need it now. So I've been working on one thing, have my hands working on a program for one thing, and then it's like, I need this right now. It's like, I gotta stop.
I so need to organize this some more. But yeah, so I don't have the bracket that I was just talking about designed yet because the dude said he was going to do it, and I gave him one of my rails, and I need to get that rail back because these rails are flipping expensive. But yeah.
I mean, if you want to give me a quick and dirty hand sketch of the whole pattern on the bearing and then the whole pattern in the rail, I could sketch it in SolidWorks in like 3 seconds.
Well, like I can give you the step file for like these bolt patterns. The bolt pattern on
you
on
need
the
to hold
rail.
the idlers in place. Would you do a 3D printed part for the idlers, or do you want to do that metal?
Just do a sheet metal halo, basically, like an up and over, something you could bolt through, and then you got.
No, I'm just gonna bolt through a M5 thingy.
Oh, I was thinking if you had something over top of it, it would stop it from racking in any way.
I mean, I could do that too.
Yeah,
but a simple bracket, like a C bracket, bolted down to the other piece, would be easy to make.
That would work too.
One thing to keep in mind is when you get into bent parts with any of the online order custom parts sites, it gets a little pricey.
I haven't been able to order or been able to find a place that does bent part stuff because I need, like, for this, I need
Oshcut does bent cuts.
Yeah, and I think Cut Send does too, but it can be pricey, and I feel like the press brakes that they have are huge because their minimum radius is very big. Because I was looking at
the only way I know about Oshcut is from watching some Jerry Rig Everything videos where he's building an electric Humvee, and the stuff he gets put on there, and he was saying that like the bending and stuff like that's all part of his. It's all like part of it. It seems like they've been getting some smaller radius stuff.
I gotta test
it. It's not just
probably depends on the thickness of the
radius.
material you're getting.
So you gotta, what a press brake looks like, right?
Oh yeah.
The issue you run.
I used to do HVAC and sheet metal. I've built
when you're on these bigger press brakes, doing like the bigger materials, is you got to worry about your angle to where, like, if you've got like what you're talking about, like a U shape, you can run into as it bends, not having the clearance on.
Yeah, you got to worry about it coming back onto itself.
For what you're talking about doing, you could just do, like you said, the M5s into the base plate, and then do either 3D printed or a sheet metal part that's basically just like a dog bone with 2 holes in it that you run. Basically, you would put the bolts through it, you would put the idlers through that, and then you'd screw it down, and you would have each bolt braced against each other, and that would be not expensive to get cut at all, and I think would achieve what you're trying to come up with.
Hang on, I'm gonna go grab another flex plate so I can show Geek Toy Box how big this thing is.
Oh, well, you don't have enough screen space. This flex plate's just... I haven't seen it in a while. It's been a while since we've done some live streaming, but it is a big plate.
Nice.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is FedEx freaking dropped the box. So on every single flex plate, there's a dent right here. That pissed
Did
me
you have insurance on it?
I did, but that's too late now.
That sucks. Yeah, that's nuts.
Is that a kite or a sail? Nope, that's the flex plate for the bed.
It is. That's not a flex plate. That's like.
And then the magnet. What do you mean it's not a flex plate?
That's
it's the same flex
like that's
plate.
the whole buffet.
It's a flex buffet.
You want to talk about a huge machine? We got one we're getting installed at work now. That is it's a CNC mill that it's similar to a bed slinger, right? Your part goes on the bed, and the bed moves back and forth. Actually, it's the x-axis. It's rotated 90 from a bed slinger. The part moves back and forth underneath the head, and the head moves left and right on a gantry, and the gantry moves up and down. The bed is 5 meters long.
Damn.
And I forget what the clearance is on in between the posts and everything, but it's basically you could park a couple of cars bumper to bumper on this bed, and it's got the weight capacity to hold it.
What do they print on those big ass things?
Well, it's not a printer; it's a CNC mill.
Oh.
No, it's an SNK, Phil. And another cool thing about it too is it's got a fourth axis. It can pick up a right angle head that will index. And it's got tool changer and everything on it. But you could basically park two SUVs on it, bumper to bumper, and then strap a part to the roof of the SUVs and cut your name into the top of the part. It's that insanely huge.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a huge bed though, Josh. Look, it takes over half my screen.
V0.
It's just so tiny.
When we get that thing installed, so they had to. This machine is so huge. They had to cut the floor out of our warehouse and excavate it, put in concrete pilings, just like 20, 30 feet down in the ground to build up a better footer, and then pour more concrete, and then they've still got to pour piles in that cap.
Yeah, because otherwise it'll
the
just
weight of the machine
cave in the concrete.
See, I think I've got.
It's not that late, Josh.
Dude. I've been going to bed at like 10 o'clock, waking up at 8, and working on UFOs all day for the last 3 months. Oh, you want to hear some shit that FedEx pissed me off with?
What'd they do this time?
Oh my god.
Or should I say, what didn't they do?
So FedEx calls me and they're like, hey, we see you've had a business account for a really, really long time, but you haven't used us. What's going on? And so I explained to the new guy, because I've talked to like 3 other people over the last 4 years, what I do. And he's like, well, USPS just raised the rates, and our one rate envelope is now cheaper than USPS. And I was like, oh, really? And I looked up, and yep, USPS is now $8 from $7.40, and they're $7.95, only 5 cents cheaper. But they'd come out to my house and pick up the UFOs. I wouldn't have to deliver them.
That saves you a lot of time, plus all the stops you tend to make to get food in Walmart.
Exactly. So I'm like, cool. So I sent out all the UFOs, $7.95 in the thing. When they billed me and processed the payment, like 90% of the UFOs they billed as a small box instead of the one rate envelope, and they charged me $12.25. They overcharged me by like $1,000.
I gotta get out of here, guys. I'll catch you later.
Later, Zach. Thanks
Okay,
for stopping
see ya.
in.
Yep.
So they took it upon themselves to say, "Oh, you stuffed a box in an envelope. We're going to charge you for a box."
Yes. And now my sales rep hasn't freaking gotten back to me in the last 2 days. And I'm pissed.
Well, he might have gotten fired for letting you do it in the first place.
Dude, like FedEx told me the same thing that USPS told me. If it fits, it ships. And it fit in
Seems
those
fair.
freaking envelopes. So I may be going back to USPS because I'm not gonna go through this every freaking month getting overcharged $1,000 for shipping and then have to fight them to try to get a refund of that money.
And then them not actually ship it in the allotted time frame that they said they were going to.
Correct. Well, most of them did arrive 2 days, but so I dropped, or no, they came and picked them up on Monday. They didn't move. Wednesday morning, I got a call from the local shipping office. And they're like, hey, we've got a problem with your shipment. I'm like, well, what's the problem? They're like, well, you're putting boxes in the envelopes. I was like, my sales rep told me I could. So I went down to FedEx and they're like, we can't do this. I was like, look, I'm calling my rep and getting him on the phone. Called him on the phone, talked to his boss, and they said if it fits, it ships. It fit perfectly. They sealed perfectly. There was no modifications to the envelopes, nothing like that. So the corporate people told the local office to ship them. Local office, because on
Yeah, we'll
FedEx,
get right on that.
on the FedEx labels, it tells you the delivery date.
Yeah.
So they had to reprint 278 labels and relabel them all
Ooh.
for delivery on Friday. Like 99% of them still arrived by Friday, but some of them didn't arrive until this week. But that's local office's fault. Like there was this one guy in Colorado, his box was rescheduled from his place for like 2 days. They just kept rescheduling his delivery.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think the local office that told me it was supposed to be a box and not an envelope is the one that fucked me over when they were rescanning all the labels.
Probably. We'll show this guy to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that's probably where the additional charging came from because they
decided
decided.
they rescanned them as small boxes instead of rescanning them as the one rate envelopes.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pissed. But because I haven't heard from my sales rep yesterday or today, like yesterday I called him and he's like, hey, I'm about to go in a meeting. Can you send me the invoice? I was like, yeah, no problem. So I sent him the invoice, didn't hear from him at all yesterday. Emailed him as soon as I woke up this morning, didn't hear from him today. So I think he's avoiding me. And I'm just going to go back to USPS.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Whatever works.
Well, the bad thing with USPS is that the local office has been freaking holding my packages for like 2 weeks. But I talked to the postmaster, and he said that's not going to happen anymore. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not a fan of the Josh loopholes.
Hey, they're the ones that created the loopholes. It's not my fault that I use them.
Nobody ever feels that way though, right? Like that's how it always is. It's not like I make the rules. It's just I know how to read them better than you.
Exactly. But I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm thinking about going to my bank and disputing the charge until they correct my invoice.
Well, do you have anything that would prove otherwise?
I have the labels. I have pictures of my boxes when I had them stacked up.
Well, then you're going to have the bank say, "How dare you use your actual services, and we're going to ding you now for this."
Yeah. It's like I can't win for losing.
Sometimes.
Anywho.
Yeah. I don't have anything exciting.
Yeah, me neither. I've got my bearded dragon I can show off. He's gotten fucking huge. He's trying to sleep, but I don't care. He can be mad at me.
I have a tool changer now.
Come here, little dude. Stop being mad at me. I'm going to show you off.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's not even fully grown. He's only 6 months old.
Is that
Later,
a big
Shane.
lizard? Are you happy to see me?
What's up, little man?
Tool changer looks interesting. The tool changer is a whole lot of fun.
A whole lot of hassle from what I've seen.
Well, that's what I'm in. Like that's what I'm into, though. I like the tinkering. I like the playing around. I like the messing with it. So, it honestly, I was sitting here today. I've been doing a just crazy amount of work with school because it's midterms, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a tool changer. I should use that sometime soon and change some tools.
Yeah, he's only 6 months old. So he's probably about 3/4 of the way full size. But he was the size of my thumb when I got him back in August.
Chris has PTSD about designing a tool changer.
There's a Repticon in Orlando this weekend. If I didn't have to get the UFOs out next week, I would. But
How long have you had that?
since August.
August, okay.
So it's like 6 months old now. But yeah, dude was as big as my thumb when I first got him. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Holy jeez, that's tiny.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, you little man. Actually, I don't even know if it's male or female yet. You got to hold them up. You like get a bright flashlight and shine it through their stomachs. And if they've got 2 parts, it's a girl. If they've got a single part, it's a boy. I just haven't done it yet.
Let's just let's just let them decide what they want to do.
Exactly. If it
There's
lays
no
eggs,
need to label things. Just
if it
be a
lays
lizard.
eggs one day, I'll know it's a female. Right.
Just be a lizard. Don't worry about it.
Right. I need to cut his claws though. They're getting long and sharp. So, Phil, the artillery 3D printer. I will say that the version 1 was the best version out of them, even though it had its faults and needed its tweaks and stuff. But my version 1 is still going after what, 3 years now?
It's been a while, yeah.
I
Two?
think I've
Two?
it's
Yeah,
either
probably 2 years.
2 or 3 years. When did I get? Didn't I get it right
I
before
think we're
I went?
in the 3rd year.
I think I got it right before I went to Murph in 2019, didn't I?
I think you got it just before Earth 2019.
So it should be it should be coming up on 3 years, I think. Anyways, so after I've never had to replace a single part on that printer. I upgraded the heat break to a titanium heat break. I put a hardened steel nozzle on it, but that's it. Only thing I had to change in over 3 years. Now, the rest of the versions since then, I've got people changing parts because I used to sell artillery parts. I still have some left, but I'm just sticking to UFOs for a while. There's people buying parts all the time, replacement parts. So I cannot speak to the reliability of the latest versions. I do say the artillery parts were my number 1 sellers.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing. Or...
You ready to go back? You ready to go back in your cage, Bubba? Before you start going crazy and trying to escape? I see you looking already. Yep, there he goes. Come here. Nope. 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 Calm down. Calm down. Hey. 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 Calm down. Calm down. It's going to be okay. Oh my goodness. Time to put you back in your cage, Bubba. Move your tail before I shut it in the door.
Did you ever get your MK3 working?
Yes. Shane completely rebuilt it for me.
Yeah.
And that's the only printer I've been printing with lately.
Good.
Because my Sidewinder was there, but now my MK3 is there. And my Ender 3 over there, I haven't used in forever. My Ziltech printer is the one that I was trying to convert to the food printer, but that stupid freaking food extruder fried something on that printer. So I was like, and they kept messaging me and they're like, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? And I'm like, I did it and it fried my shit. What do you want me to do? And they're like, well, put it on a different printer. I'm like, why? So it can fry that printer too? I'm done with it. But I mean, all the other, I think their Kickstarter failed. And I'm pretty sure that the other people who were beta testing it, like the guy who is, way bigger name than me, putting out that, oh yeah, this thing has metal shavings in the chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wants that. But literally, I when I did get it to work, it didn't even have the force to push anything out. And
Yeah.
it was just grinding and grinding, and I was like, nope, I'm done. And then it blew up my printer. I'm like, eh. But yeah, I think I'll put a 12-volt PSU on this, change out the heater cartridge and the fans, and I should be all right.
Yeah, and if you already have that stuff around, it's not a big
The
difference.
only thing I might not have is it looks like the blower fan is smaller, but I might be able to steal it off the end.
That's a 40, not a 50.
Well, I have 40/40s, but it's thin.
That's probably a 40/20.
Yeah, and I think I got 40. No, I think that's a 40/10. I think I have 40/20s. I think that's a 40/10.
If you got the room, it doesn't matter if it's fat.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to reprint or come up with a different design for the blower. Though.
Oh, yeah, the duct. I just use hot glue.
Ow, why is that bitch still hot?
Because the heater didn't turn off?
I canceled the print, though. It should have turned off. It burnt my fucking finger.
Not if it doesn't have that enabled.
That's true. Oops.
I know on like the duets, if you hit cancel, it doesn't always turn off the heaters. Like if you hit the e-stop, obviously that kills it, but the pause and then cancel doesn't always cancel it. Like turn off the heater, sorry.
It burnt my fucking finger.
Was it still heating?
Yeah, it was still at 240 and 50. And I just stuck my hand right on the freaking...
Well, at least the bed's got to a certain temperature.
Whatever.
And I know the Powerboat guy said a couple times too, like if it takes longer to heat up when you're running a belt printer, you're running it a long time anyway. So 10 minutes to preheat the bed doesn't seem like a crazy thing when you're printing for days.
Well, here's my thing, okay? I love beds that heat up quick because I don't have time to sit here and wait. And I'm not talking bad about the belt printer. I'm saying
I like to make sure that I don't even really watch the first layer, but if I'm around and I can turn around and then go, it's good.
Silicone bed on the Tesseract is a 1300 watt bed. So 24 volt. So that fucker should heat up quick.
Yeah. The big boy versions of my Supercube,
yeah,
like their 600 cube is running a 240 bed.
Damn.
Same as like the meter by meter ones and stuff. They're running a 240 heater on it because at a certain point you need to step up, or you get too much resistance and then you get too much amperage and problems happen. All right, dude. Well, I think I'm gonna head to bed.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
And I just noticed you've been streaming for about 3 hours. So
3 hours.
Tired.
Yep, I'm gonna go lay on the couch, turn back on Desolation of Smog, and fall asleep.
Turn off the printer. Unplug the printer.
Well, I'm waiting for it to cool down first, because like whenever a printer is hot and I turn it off, I turn it back on so the fans kick on, so the heat creep doesn't go up and clog the thing.
Just send it.
I can't do a full print, Phil. The bed won't heat up hot enough, and the print popped off. And I don't think the pillowing. I mean, sure, the pillowing is an issue, I'm sure, but with the nozzle pressing the bed down,
I don't have one to know how
As
nitpicky
long
or
as it's-
critical we're being on that case. But if it's, yeah,
as long as it's sticking to the belt, the pillowing, in my opinion, shouldn't be an issue. But I don't think
if it's pillowing all the way down though, that's pulling and putting some strain on the part.
yeah,
If
theoretically.
that's the case.
Theoretically.
Again, I don't know.
But-
I don't have one to know it.
But I still think the reason that this popped off is because Pet G doesn't like 50-degree beds.
No, 70.
It needs to
80.
be hotter, and I couldn't get it hotter.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a new PSU on it after I get the UFOs out. Maybe if I'm taking a break from the UFOs, because really it shouldn't take that long to swap out the heater and the fans and the PSU.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take that long. Just swapping out wires. So maybe I'll stream again next weekend. Not like this coming weekend, but the following weekend.
Why don't you leave it a little fluid and just put up a notice a day or two ahead?
I did this time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. I was like, oh, Josh, I forgot I subscribed to that guy.
Dude, it's been so long. It's like I tried popping into the Discord last week or a couple weeks ago, and I was still making samples, so it's like I couldn't really communicate and participate. It was movie night.
It's okay. We still love you.
So, yeah. But I'll stream again, like I said, not this weekend, but probably the weekend after, because also the weekend after is my birthday. Let's see. Yep. My birthday's on a Monday, but maybe I'll stream on the weekend before my birthday. Yes, for anybody who's here still, thank you. There's only 10 people, but I appreciate you coming here and chilling with me. We need to start streaming more because, like, I hardly ever get notifications from anybody streaming anymore.
Everyone took it to Twitch. Twitch pays people.
Shit, I don't get paid. I've been an affiliate on Twitch for 6 or 7 years, and I've never gotten a paycheck from them.
Yeah, people took it to Twitch. They took breaks from streaming. They went to Discord channels instead.
Hey, what's up, Grubby?
It's a thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I've got to resubscribe to StreamYard if I start streaming again, so I can do the dual streams to both Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
But anywho, thank you all for stopping by. Check out UFOs, alien3d.us. Everything except for the UFOs that I still have in stock, which isn't a ton, is currently 25% off until it's all gone. And yeah, but sign up for a UFO.
Peace out.
Thanks for joining me, monkey. I gotta play my video. Where's my video? Dun dun, there it is.